This is our next meal from the food bank stuff. I took the hamburger and mixed it with the other half of the hamburger. I mixed it with mushrooms and made a cheese sauce. And I'm going to serve that over pasta for the kids, and then the grown-ups are going to have them in egg wraps, since we're not having pasta right now. So here's another meal. It's meal number 1 for part 2. That's all I know. Meal number 2 for part 2 is tomato soup with rivels or doodles or kuski. Anyway, it's just 2 eggs, some water, and flour. And that's all that goes in there. And I also made tuna truffles. You can find that recipe with Serious Keto, but it's just tuna. And I use pork rinds instead of almond flour, but the kids can dip these in their soup because some of the kids are eating it. Mason, what do you think of that waffle? Good? Yeah. And I'm just going to have this with some sour cream. Our third meal, that part 2 of the box, is spaghetti. I used 1 can of sauce, 1 of the cans of diced tomatoes, and we're having also steamed oysters with them. That might sound pretty decadent to those of you that don't live near seafood, but I got an entire gallon of oysters for $30, and it'll stretch for quite some time. And that's meal number 3 down out of that box. So I thought I would explain to you why I'm ending that series where I show you how many meals I could make out of that food that we got from the food bank that one time. I was trying to keep very careful track to see how many meals we could make and maybe show you some things you might not have thought about. I decided to stop that series because all of those things are shelf stable. With the exception of the fresh meat, and we've gone through all that except the catfish. And I did not want to use that shelf-stable meat when we don't have to right now. The shelf-stable meat, other than the tuna fish, and even that's starting to get more expensive, is expensive. So I would rather keep that for emergency purposes and to keep on our shelf, because that will take a lot more money to replace than just eating regularly from the grocery store or out of the freezer from this point. I just feel like with a lot of the things going on right now, I mean, our president did come out and say in a press conference that there were going to be food shortages. I would feel better having that on my shelf, ready to feed my family if I need to, than going ahead and using it now for a YouTube series and regretting it later. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed what I did get done. And if this is of interest to you, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Here, there's some gratuitous Valentine nursing. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.